Hello everybody, this is Rob Jacobson for InfoWars Media Blog, Infowars.com. Today I'm reading through a couple of headlines and I see a few that are really bothering me, so I figured I'd go on to the new site and share my thoughts about what I'm looking at, what I'm reading. So the first headline we got here that really bothers me is this. Moms risk arrest. They risk arrest. They're at risk of arrest because they want to feed their families raw milk, which actually contains enzymes that allow you to digest calcium and other properties within the milk correctly. Pasteurized milk, of course, boils those enzymes out, leaving you with an undigestible substance. And lemonade stands. They want to defend lemonade stands. Now, lemonade stands is a long-standing American tradition in this country that's gone back decades and decades and decades and decades and decades and decades. Moms risk arrest for defending these things because they want to feed their family milk and they want their kids to experience lemonade stands, and they risk arrest for standing up to this stuff. This is unbelievable. And the real unbelievable part, in my opinion, is this. Their raw milk and lemonade stands and all this stuff has been demonized by the criminal group, the FDA. The FDA is nothing more than a gaggle of criminals. I mean, these people are ridiculous. And I'd like to make it clear my opinion of the FDA. They are not an authority in my life. I do not respect them. I do not do anything that they say. In fact, I do the opposite because I like to remain healthy. So, therefore, and to back up my claim, here we go again with this article. They protect, they protect GMO companies. Lock, stock, and barrel. Like everything about the GMO companies, which there are study after study that GMOs after a couple of generations are going to sterilize you. They are filled with this Bt toxic bacteria. It's at the microscopic level. Anytime a study is done about the genetically modified seeds, mysteriously the results get destroyed, and we can't, as a public, thanks to the criminal FDA, we can't even get labels on this food so we can differentiate natural organic seed grown vegetables and genetically modified seed, because according to the FDA we're going to hurt Monsanto's business. But who cares that we're hurting people? Like, who cares about that? In fact, you combine the Monsanto stuff, how the FDA defends them like 100% of the time without delay. Like, they will defend them and defend and defend, and they win, and Monsanto wins and wins and wins, and we get fed, thanks to the FDA, poison that looks like food. And then the FDA comes and outlaws healthy food and healthy tradition. These people, I don't respect them. I don't do what they say. They are not an authority in my life. They're a big, dangerous joke. Okay, enough of them. Now let's go on to the next story that kind of bothers me from today. It's right over here. Here we go. Dallas mayor declares emergency over West Nile virus. Now, folks, I remember when West Nile virus was going around in the late 90s in New York City. I wasn't really aware at that point of, let's say, a long-standing population control agenda put out by eugenicists and royal elite and this kind of... I wasn't aware of that stuff, but now I am. But even back in the late 90s, I knew it sounded too stupid to be true. Like, West Nile virus, 4 98-year-olds died, and they're spraying every single citizen in New York with spray. I mean, let's read this article. The stats aren't much different. Oh, here we go. Nearly half of the 693 human-born cases of West Nile virus. Let's go to the article. Let's see. Nearly half of the 693 human cases of the mosquito-borne West Nile virus infection reported this year to the criminal CDC has been in Texas, along with 14 of the 26 deaths confirmed by the federal agency as of Tuesday. Now, my question is this. Whoop, light is on. My question is this. How many people are going to die from that spray? Probably more than 14 to 26. Are there long-term side effects to that spray that are hitting millions of people, millions and millions? Because 14 to 26 deaths of elderly people have been confirmed by West. It's like a cartoon. And yet, this guy, the mayor of Dallas, has declared it an emergency. This guy, the mayor of Dallas, should be brought up on charges of assault. Mayor Mike Rawlings should be brought up on charges of assault. He is assaulting millions of people. This man is not a doctor. He should not be making these kinds of decisions. He doesn't know the side effects of this gas, this toxic chemical he's spraying on everybody. Little kids get it. Big kids get it. The elderly get a spray in the face. I mean, come on. What is going on here with this? And yet everybody's just going to sit around and, well, you know, they said it on the news. Which brings me to the point of this exact blog, is that at the end of the day, the news, the media, is nothing more than a public relations scam. Let's see if I can find some more headlines today that really bother me. Of course, it's chock full. I go to Drudge Report as my prime, my first look at the news, because it's echoed so much on the mainstream media. As we can see, it's a lot of filler. That's right. You got two criminals running for office. For those who haven't figured it out, neither of those people are going to help you. Neither Romney or Obama are going to do a lick of good for you. So, I mean, why even spend 20 headlines wondering? They're both paid off by the big bankers at the end of the day, by the big pharmaceutical companies, by the big media companies. They're owned. It's a big giant system, and you're not part of it. So why even worry about all this? We know a criminal's getting into office no matter what. Nothing we could do about it. America is in big trouble. You know, when moms risk arrest because they want to feed their family raw milk and have lemonade stands, they fear they are at risk of arrest because the criminal FDA, it's like this sour joke of a group who defends genetically modified seed that sterilize people and hurt people, are demonizing moms for wanting to feed their kids milk and have lemonade stands. Alright, well, that's it for me right now. I'll probably come back to you either tomorrow or later today. I have other reports planned. A lot of stuff to review that, there's just so much in the news that a lot of times does not get covered on InfoWars. And a lot of these headlines I would like to cover. Would like to see cover, and there's just so much time in a day, so I'm going to pick up covering some of these headlines and giving you my opinion. And I look forward to seeing your feedback and so on and so forth, your comments, positive and negative. Let me have it, and till next time, this is Rob Jacobson, Infowars.com, Infowars Media Blog.